everybody. Sorry about being a little bit late. I was trying to run around and grab the last minute things that I needed before I went live. Let me pull it up over on my PC. Give me just one moment. Hello. All right, there we are. So how are you all doing today? I'm here. See? Pardon the noise. I'm opening a caffeine drink. Oh, goodness. I hope you're all doing good. It's been a hot minute since I've been live. I know that. Hey, Craig, thank you so much. Sorry, it's hard to see the way that everything is positioned. Like, my stuff is up and it's hard to see. So, but thank you, Craig. Let me move this over to another manageable screen. Oh, there we go. I'm doing great. Thank you for reminding me. I got to put on my knee brace heating pad, so it's actually in the shape of a knee brace, and it's been helping me with the flare up. And hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Oh man, so I have a little announcement. There was a Halloween blanket that I was going to do, but that 2-month-long flare up I had kind of pushed that out the window this year. I have it done. Let's see. I can show you a picture of it. Let me get that off. Give me one moment. Where is it? Oh, I got to turn the brightness down because you ain't going to be able to see nothing. So, oh, that is too dark. But that's the Halloween blanket. That'll come out actually for next year because I was getting ready to film it, and then that 2-month-long flare-up happened, and I couldn't. I'm behind because of that flare-up. So this is what I'm going to be doing today. It is a trick-or-treat bag. I need to see something. How can I do this here? I'm trying to set something. I don't know how to do this. Thank you, Don Aaron. That's not what I want. Okay, give me a second. I gotta Google this because we're gonna do, if I can get it to work. Okay, I guess I did it wrong. Give me just one moment. I will be right back. I have to end this stream and I'll be right back. Wait, maybe not. No. Son of a biscuit. You know what? Never mind. So, if we can get, and I can't do the goal because it's not letting me, but if we can get 10 super chats, doesn't matter what, I'm going to do a giveaway. The giveaway will be for this bag as well as a box of the Yarnspirations mystery yarn. So if we get 10 super chats, that's what we'll do. We'll do that. It's hard for me to see the screen over there. Thank you again, Don Aaron, for the jewels. I don't know how those work, but thank you. And hi, sweetheart. Hi, Jan, Mona, Scrimshaw, Christy. Oh my gosh, I am so blind. Amy Lynn, just plain old me sifting. Craig. I'm trying to scroll up so I can see. Ada, hi sweetheart. Carmen. How about my cone collar? I just plain old me. And Erica, hi sweetheart. Now I know there's a person who's lurking. They have really touched my heart with an email. They know who they are. I just want to say thank you. It meant a lot, and it means a lot. So thank you. And I'm going to pull this up over here. So, oh, I can't do that. And watch chat. I tell you what. Let me heart these. I'm sorry you're not seeing my hand. I'm here. And thank you again for those jewels, Don Aaron. I have no idea how they work. Oh, I need to do something. Oh my gosh. I am so flustered. I don't know why, but I am. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Customization. We are going to do this for the moment because I know children are out and trolls are out. So I did that. So thank you all. And goodness gracious, guys, thank y'all for all the super chats. But this is what we're doing is oh my gosh, sorry, I gotta get the yarn box out of the way. I wish I could show you on my room right now, but it is littered with yarn because I have so many projects going. It is a mess. So what we're working on today is, and I'm going to be filming it because I have my filming camera. That's what's sticking right here is my filming camera. So I'm going to be filming the tutorial live at the same time I'm live. It is a trick-or-treat bag, and I'm using hand-dyed yarn the way I wanted. It does some fades. It's perfect. I don't know if Panda's going to be sending me a message, so I gotta move my phone. I'm also going to be using glow in the dark in it, and this stuff, it is really, it's awesome. So I'm going to be using some glow in the dark in it, and I spent today caking these up, and I'm a little bit behind right now. I meant to come live earlier, or not earlier, but on time, but Michael has not buzzed his head in forever, so I had to get my hair managed and shave and get the goatee back. And of course, y'all know me, my energy drink. So I'm gonna be filming and talking with you guys. So let's go, and I gotta get the graph that I made up. Now, Don Aaron, do you have any idea how these jewels work? Because I don't know. I don't know on a lot of this stuff because I just stick to doing tutorials. So I am going to be doing this, and how many rows? I am so blind. How many rows are we just doing simple stitch for? 25 rows. Okay. So I'm going to be hitting record and be going. You earn money, creators earn rubies based on the get. Oh. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I had no idea. I've never I've gotten a few. I just didn't know what they were or how they worked. Hi, Denise. Yeah, I just don't know. Um, so, and I'm just so weird that I don't get to see it over here either. Okay, Craig, I'll text you sometime this weekend. I'm sorry I haven't been a good friend and been texting you, but I'll text you this weekend. Thank you again for being here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the recording so y'all can hear everything. I need drink. My mouth is so super dry. And these temperature changes going from 60 degrees one day, 89, almost 90 degrees the next, and then back down to 60, that hasn't been fun. Uh-oh. Where is my... I need to see how many chains I did. I don't remember. 130. All right, so I'm going to get the filling. All right, here we go. So to start with, oh, I don't even have my mic on. That ain't going to really help, is it? And I just bumped my camera, so that means I moved everything. There we go. Now let me double check my mic. Mute you. Test, test. Okay, we're good. The mic is working. Turn it off or down. All right. Let me go to the file so I can delete it because that was not supposed to happen. All right, I'm going in now. So to start this tutorial, you'll chain 130 chains. And with Tunisian crochet, we like to pull our foundation row up in the back loop. So what you do is from the second chain from your hook, the loop coming from your hook does not count as a chain. However, where it is coming out of is chain 1, and then there's chain 2. You'll rotate your chain, and in the back bumps is where you're going to insert your hook. And then you'll just yarn over and pull up a loop. You're going to do that all the way down, and then do a standard return pass. If you do not know how to do a standard return pass, I'll meet you there. I'll see you in just a moment. Oh my God, that's squeaky. Oh my goodness, this is awkward for me. There we go. Okay, let me stop that recording. Now we're gonna go over here to 2. And there we are. Well, hello, Wink. Thank you so much. Let's see, how many are we at? Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 out of the 10. So remember, if we can get 10, we're going to do a giveaway for this actual item make, as well as a big box of yarn, which is the Yarnspirations mystery box yarn. We got a mess ton of them, so might as well use them as a giveaway, right? I need to reposition, so give me just a moment because I need to get under where this is at. So I need to, you can see the filming light. So is that good? Let's see. Oh, that's gonna be better for me. And it'd be more up down. Okay. And thank goodness I can see it. And yes, please, thank you. Please don't forget your thumbs up. And I'm not sure if that just messed up my volume from moving you more out of my face. But I wanted to do something for Halloween, since that 2-month-long, what is it? That is driving me nuts. Flare up kind of threw my plans way out of whack, so I can still do a bag and because as soon as this bag gets filmed and I give it away, give it out to the winner, I'm going to, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to be busting out a mess ton of Christmas stuff. I have a lot of Christmas stuff. And just in case this ever happens, that flare up ever happens again, because I don't know. And I really don't know if it's going to happen again as severe as it did. You just never know with these things. My gosh, it is awkward for me sitting here. Hopefully you can't see my head. And working with a 2-weight, or no, 3-weight, sorry, and it's just awkward for me right now. Normally I sit back. Actually, I'm going to do that. So, we're going to flip a camera around. Boop. There you go. Hey, guys. It's been a hot minute since y'all seen me, huh? And the desk is a mess. It is a hot freaking mess. And you can see the cardi. This gives me time to pull up my chain. Foundation row. And it looks like the goal has been met. I need to double check and see if something's in here so I can do the pick the winner. Where is my mouse? Let me go over to my computer. Are you in here? Are you in here? Let's see. I need to find out what the word is. So, so I'm testing to see if it's seen the hot mess. Okay, so I'm going to be typing the word to drop your channel. If you want to drop your channel, is mesh. So if you want to drop it, go ahead and use the word mesh, M-E-S-H. It'll drop your channel. Now, I am going to be typing in Nightbot here in a minute, so that way we can get the winner. And the winner will email me. My email address, I don't have little banners or anything right now. Oh my gosh, that is a hot mess. Y'all don't need to be seeing that hot mess. There we go. At MDL, what is it? MDL Crochet at att.net. So when I type in the word here in just a moment, we will, we will find out who the winner is and go from there. So go ahead and just type away, so that way Nightbot knows y'all are here. Even if you're lurkers, type it all up. And everybody who's came in, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Ow. So a couple of weeks ago, I posted a members only photo of a blanket that I've been working on during that time that I was actually out because of my massive flare-up. Holiday Jamboree. Originally, I was going to do it as individual squares, and we sew them together, and I kind of really didn't like that. So what I ended up doing is something I think is gorgeous. So let me go ahead and just keep typing away, and I'm going to show y'all what that blanket looks like. Oh, I forgot I was connected. I forgot that I put my electric heating knee brace on. So, Holiday Jamboree. This is just a prototype. It's going to change. Just stitches are going to be moving around. But, boom. So that's Holiday Jamboree. Oh my gosh, I just stretched Jonah all over the place. And that, I've got a bunch of holiday stuff that I'm going to be doing, and which is going to buy me time to finish, well, totally recreate that. And it's not that I'm recreating. I just want to move certain things. Because really, what I'm doing with that blanket is I'm deconstructing a Christmas tree setting. So in the middle, you have. Thank you, Tina. So in the middle, you have the Christmas present, then the tree skirt. You know, different aspects of the tree is the way I'm envisioning that blanket, and I got that much done. That's just a prototype that told me everything I wanted to do would work. So I'm going to be really unraveling it and using all that for the actual big blanket, the actual blanket. And it's going to be using, you know, like the smock stitch baubles, you know, for the Christmas bauble ornaments and certain different aspects. And I'm glad y'all like it. And hello, everybody that came in. I want to thank you all for coming in. And, you know, you guys are just phenomenal. I'm going to go ahead. Everybody, it seems like everybody's been. Oh, what did I do? Hurt my foot. Everybody's been typing, so I am going to put in Nightbot to pick a winner. So we're going to pick a winner, and the winner will be emailing me at MDL at att.net. I will need your YouTube name. I will need your mailing address, and well, your legal name too, just so I can get it all out. I'm sorry, I should have said, this is U.S. only because of the tariffs, all that stuff. I don't want Canadians to have to pay for anything. Not only that, the shipping's outrageous right now, especially with the holidays. So if you are Canadian and you win, we'll figure something out. So let's go ahead and pick the winner. And it should have done it. And the winner is Amelia Rodriguez. And I'm not worried about it. It says does not subscribe to this channel. You do. I know you do. YouTube is, or Nightbot always says that. I don't know why. And Amelia, are you in the U.S.? Let's see. Owie. Okay, awesome. Oh, you're up there by Panda's family. Awesome. So just email me at MDLCrochet at att.net and we will get that going for you. I like doing these little giveaways at times when we can do it. But because especially, oh my gosh, the price of shipping has gone through the roof. And congratulations. And again, you guys, I know it's been a month since I've been live. I've been popping in lives when I can, but you know, it's just one of those. I'm so far behind. And then I like sitting here. I couldn't sit here where I love sitting at my desk. You know, I'm always watching. This monitor's always got. Okay, just plain old me. Normally has whatever I'm watching on it, and the other two monitors are normally off unless I'm filming, and then one of them's on so I can see my hands from the filming camera. But I love just being able to sit here and watch everything. But for that 2 months, I had to sit over there in that recliner chair, and I have a big Roku TV here, but I had it plugged into my PC, and I have the wireless mouse and stuff, and Bluetooth. So, but it was still uncomfortable because it wasn't my desk. I had but I had to do what I had to do to get that flare up because it felt like, I don't know if y'all watched the last live I did, but the way CRPS works that I have, for example, you have surgery. Yeah, you're knocked out. You know, you have anesthesia and you have all the lidocaine and etc. going through you. but your brain still registers that pain. It records that pain. And with CRPS, it records and keeps it. And it releases it at times. Like that one that I had to go through when I did a members only live for like 3 minutes just to pick a winner. And um, we had to go to the VA ER. It was August 6th, I think. And what it made it feel like was literally I could feel the scalpel opening my leg, and I could feel the wound being opened. I could feel the bones being cut. I could feel the hammer banging in the replacement. I felt it all. And that went on for quite some time. You know, I got a little bit of relief when we went to the VA ER, and it was enough to where it brought the pain from overfilling to right at the brim of the cup, to where I could the spinal cord stimulator and some other pain meds could actually help and not let it progress anymore. So that's what I was, and it lasted for that actual aspect of the pain lasted for about 2 days, and then it started feeling like I was post surgery and trying to walk. I mean, I was using the heck out of this cane and not sleeping a lot because it hurt. It just hurt. And this is a new development, like on my right leg with CRPS. I've never had it until this year. And beforehand, what it did before that flare up, the flare ups were, I call them minor, but I broke my toe on my right leg before, so it would feel like I broke the toe again. I broke my right leg before, so it would feel like I broke my leg. So those I could deal with, but when it came to that day, this last one, I couldn't. I normally can deal with it, but no, I just couldn't. And of course, the VA doesn't really give us anything for pain at home, so I use something called Kratom. It works for me. I know it doesn't work for some people, but it works for me. And the only even opioids they're uppers to me. So if I take one hydrocodone, I don't sleep. I don't sleep for like a day. And you can ask Panda, like opioids, hydrocodones, I'm bouncing off the walls. And but they get rid of my pain or help with the pain. The kratom that I've been taking, which is right here, I keep a supply. I take a fourth of one of those pills, and it acts like a Hydro 10 to me. So, it helps. I don't mind the hyperness effect, don't get me wrong, but I don't like not being able to go to sleep when I want to go to sleep. And then whenever I do sleep, it's 12, 15 hours. But we've got a lot going on, with the holiday stuff coming out. And I'm going to be busting out a lot of holiday stuff. It's going to be... Oh, that's awesome. Amazing, Amy Lynn. So amazing. And yeah, wow, that congratulations. A lot of the holiday stuff I have coming out, that I'm going to be having coming out, it's going to be, I'm not going to use the word easy, because I was coached against using that word ever, even unless it's in a title. But to not say this is easy, because what's easy to me is not going to be easy to you, and what's easy to you is not going to be easy to me. So I'm not going to say easy, but it's going to be things you can get done in a few hours to maybe a day or two. And there's going to be quite a few of those. And then, of course, there's going to be the blanket. And then as soon as I get done with that blanket, I've got 3 other blankets lined up to start. And that's what all that hot mess is on the other side of my desk, is all the yarn for that next stuff. We're gonna be doing a Christmas stocking. And I had the yarn come in today from Mary Maxim that I will be using for. Let me go get it. Christmas tree star topper. And it's gold sparkle. So that will be for the Christmas tree star topper. I did get a mess ton of. Sorry, turn this up. There we go. I accidentally hit it and turned it off. I'm going to be doing a mess ton of. What was I going to say? I got a mess ton. No, I don't want to say mess ton. A great amount of kitchen cotton. You know, not Red Heart, Sugar and Cream, and Premier cotton, as well as some of Hirschner's cotton 4 weights, because there's stuff I hate. Hey, Miguel, there's stuff I want to be able to make. I was wanting better cottons for that stuff, but with the tariffs and whatnot going on, I'm not gonna play with that. So I was like, you know what, we can use kitchen cotton and go from there, because I'm gonna have gift bags, reusable gift bags, and you know, this Christmas tree topper, the blanket, of course, and just some other stuff that's gonna be cool and different. I have showed off. I'm going to take this concept that I figured out, and we're going to turn it into Christmas colors. And then I have figured out how to do an 8-point star. During this whole time that I was out with this knee, I figured out how to do an 8-point star Tunisian 8-point star blanket. What else? Well, of course, I figured out the hexagon. Darn it, I left my spiral over there, and this cable's not long enough to reach there. Oh, no, I didn't. Did I? I don't see it. I think it's right here. Pardon the noise. Let's see, what else did I figure out? Okay, there's going to be a poncho. Oh, I figured out how to do, like, how I want my, what is those things called? Persian tile blanket. There we go. Hey, Sandra. Hi, sweetheart. Tina. And sorry if I missed anybody. There's just going to be a good amount of stuff coming out. And like I said, the stitch tutorials are kind of on pause for right now. I will be redoing some stitches from the beginning of my channel, the basic 5, because we got something else really cool in the works that I kind of need to redo those. 9 months, Karen. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Wow. I mean, yeah. Thank you again. And of course, the pattern for the Hexicardi, which I got to mail that out next week to our niece, is out. And I try to be as detailed and as thorough, but still make it as beginner friendly as I can. Well, thank you, Vicky. And Sandra, yeah, sorry. Like, oh my gosh, like, Craig, for my birthday, that man well, he sent me a shirt, a really cool crochet shirt, and Amazon gift card. So what did Michael do? Michael got more Tunisian hooks. I got another set of the blue. I love the blue set. Like literally, like that is like two blue sets, and I just love them. Like, oh, that one's the one that's got the hook out right now. But you know, I just love these blue sets. It's one. I actually think it films a lot better than the silver or the wooden ones. I do like my wooden ones. Don't get me wrong. The Hi Bonnie Sweetheart, the Knitter's Pride. I do love those still. But I think it films better than, you know, these silver ones or aluminum ones, because these reflect the light a lot better. They reflect the light a lot, where the blue ones really don't. And I don't know. I'm liking these a lot more. Even though whenever I first got the metal set over a year and some change ago, I was skeptical because they're sharp. You know, everything about them is sharp. You know, the point's sharp, that's sharp, even the beveled edge is sharp. But I grew with it. You know what I mean? They grew on me, and so I use the metal ones a lot more than I have been using my wooden ones lately. So when he sent me that Amazon gift card, I got another set of the blue and another set of the silver. So I've got like 3 of the silver metal ones and 2 blues, and then I have I was using it for a blanket, and then I have the bougie ones, the gold, which yeah, I like them all. The metal ones they're really nice, and they actually help with trying to do your foundation row and getting in there, and they help with the return pass. And I got Panda received a set of the metal ones, but they were Rambo, and he likes them, and he's been in there working up a storm. You know, he created Girl's Best Friend, really beautiful wrap. What is that, your second pattern now? Tahiti and Girl's Best Friend, and then of course the Grafgans. Yeah, you want the blue ones? I really do. Like, I like these because they don't when I'm in here filming, they don't reflect the light as much as the silver ones do, and they're easier to see where I'm putting, especially with contrasting colors. They're easier to see where I'm putting the stitches, and on camera they're a lot easier to see versus the silver ones, because there was times I caught the glare and I tried to mute it as much as I could, and then I just think the bluer ones are easier to see where I'm putting the stitch versus the silver metal and the wooden ones. And yeah, what else have I gotten since we haven't talked? I'm trying to think. I still got to do bee's knees, which technically, if that flare up didn't happen, bee's knees would be out by now. Hi, Nessa, sweetheart. So that's gonna have to wait a little while, because that 2 month put me literally 2 months behind. Plus, let's see, what am I missing over her? Okay, Nessa, please get to feeling better. And hi, Marcelina. So what I'm also going to be trying to do more, I'm going to try, is when I'm doing something, creating a pattern, is actually write the pattern at the same time. And what YouTube has been allowing us to do for probably a couple of months now is if we have, like, well, let's say you buy something on Etsy and you download this Chrome extension or something, you can link that pattern to your video. Well, with us, I can link the pattern that that video was about, like what I did with that and a few others. So I'm going to try to have the pattern out when like we did. Amelia, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sweetheart. We'll be getting that. It'll go in the mail on Tuesday. As soon as I get this done, I should have it done by Tuesday. As soon as I get this filmed and done, it doesn't matter about it being out, but as soon as it gets filmed, we'll get it boxed up, everything boxed up, and get it sent out to you. So the earliest will be Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday, right? Not only for us, it's also for Canada too. But again, if you want to drop your channel, type the word mesh, M-E-S-H, and that will drop your channel. We're all here to help each other build and have fun. Oh, there's another, I don't know, it just popped in my head. Another thing I'm going to do for Christmas is a keyhole scarf. And I have the yarns that I'm going to use for that right over here. Because I pulled it out. When I was going through all my pain, and it was either I start Holiday Jamboree, something that can keep my mind off of it, or I start, what was it? The keyhole scarf that I have in my head. I went with the blanket because I didn't think I don't know. But I pulled out the yarn for both just to be on the safe side. So here's the yarn that I'm going to be using for the prototype. And then the main one, that yarn is still in the tote. Because I'll be making two. You know, the prototype to make sure it works. And then I'll be filming the second one. But here's the yarn that I'm going to be using. And of course it is Big Twist. One of the last year's Christmas. And so it'll be more like I'll be doing I guess you could call it like a Santa and Scrooge. Or not Scrooge. What is that thing? Grinch. Santa and Grinch. So that way you can see the different aspect, you know. Trying to think what else. There's quite a few things. I have them written down right over here. And then I've got lots and lots of blankets. Because that's what I'm going to be concentrating on for now on, for a while, is getting a lot of my blanket ideas done. And what did Bonnie say? The holiday Monday is Indigenous Peoples Day for me. If you're old school, they reverted it back to Columbus Day. But Indigenous Peoples Day, and I was wanting to have a Tunisian Apache Tears blanket done this month. There was a lot that I had planned, but that 2 months threw me away, threw me way behind. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is new. I don't know. I do have a bunch of the Michi yarn from Rena. I got 4 cakes. I think I'm gonna pull out. I was thinking of a sarong with that, but I'm thinking a sleeveless duster. I think that would, if I can color control it the way I have in my head, I think that actually look pretty. And oh my goodness, come on. Krampus. What else? Now, I was planning on doing the 52-week crochet along before, which would start at the beginning of the year, but I was planning on doing that before the flare up happened. Well, that had to get pushed back because, like I said, by now I expected to have at least 50% of the blanket done by now, and that threw me behind. So I'm gonna be filming a bunch of, like I said, the Christmas stuff. It's kind of cushioned just in case this ever happens again. I don't know if it will. You know, I really don't know. And so if I can have this, did I hit the button? No, I didn't. I just need to change the straps. Sorry, it's my heating pad. It's a knee brace. Or, well, it's in the shape of a knee brace. There we go. Oh, that feels so much better. I had to tighten the straps to actually push it down more. Yeah, I'm gonna try it, Christy. I'm gonna try not to overdo it. That's what I was just telling Panda earlier today, and he's like, "You need to stop. You got too much. You got, pretty much the same thing." And but a lot of the stuff that I'm gonna be filming for Christmas it may take me a day or two to film, just because of the filming aspect. You know, the editing, all that stuff. It could take a day or two. Um, like it took me 12 hours to edit the footage for this, and the footage for that wasn't even 4 hours worth of footage. Yeah, exactly, Nessa. And that's the other thing I want to talk about, the Christmas live. I have been contemplating it and contemplating it and contemplating it. Um, I just don't know. I could say yes, set everything up, get all the guests involved, and then what happens that morning? I get a flare up. I'm out. I wouldn't be able to do it. So I don't want to commit until I can fully understand this leg and, hey Lori, how these flare ups work. Because until then, I can't say anything. You know, any plans me and Panda ever make revolve around my knee. We don't know how it's going to be in 5 minutes from now, or my legs in general. We just don't know, because some of these flare ups, yeah, they're minor, but then there's some of them that just literally. I mean, I've talked to Nessa a lot about them. There's some of them you just can't do nothing with, and you just never really catch a break. So I don't want to commit to something that I just don't know about. Now, if it didn't spread to my right leg, I would, because the left leg flare ups have never really been to where they threw me into, painful cry mode. And it really is. And I know a lot of us suffer from it, from just chronic pain in general. And and we know this, messing with the art is art therapy. And oh my gosh, 130 chains. Why did I make this bag so big? Because it's gonna be a not flat panel that you'll sew together, and then sew the bottom, and the skeleton, the jack-o'-lantern face is gonna be in the middle. Tina, I have what's called CRPS. It's complex regional pain syndrome. Uh, According to the Mayo Clinic and the New England Journal of Medicine, it is the worst pain. It's the worst type of pain syndrome you can have. It's also been known as the self-unaliving pain. But you got to, put those words in there, because I can't say them on YouTube. Oh my gosh, I'm almost at the end. So then I can start filming again. And what happened? What did I do? And it is painful, but a lot of my designs are born out of pain. I hate to say it. They really are. There is another, oh, I don't have them in here. Another Irish theme. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Another Irish themed blanket I will be doing. I'll give you the name so that way y'all can kind of get an idea. It's called Mostor. Mostor in Irish means my treasure. Yes, exactly, Tina. Like crochet. This channel, you guys, my wonderful husband, have saved my life. I've said it plenty of times, and Panda knows that's how I feel, and he's noticed it. Let's see. Yes, Chrisley. It one thing at a time. Yeah, that's all we can do. One day at a time, 1 foot at a time. Okay, now I need to film this a little bit. I'm gonna get up all in y'all's face for just a minute. I'm not gonna flip the camera around because that's more moving and other stuffs. Am I on too? All right. Oh my gosh. My yarn and my tail got twisted together. There we go. So we got to do the return pass. I need to move my big drink. And make sure my microphone's on. Test, test. Yep. Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I should start. There we go. Give it a minute so I can. So to do the return pass, with the last loop, you're going to chain 1. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, repeating that step all the way down to the end, so you only have that 1 loop left on your hook. And I will see you in just a moment. Okay. Let me change the number of the clip to 3. All right. See, that's pretty much how I film. And y'all get to hear that nice, Panda calls it my YouTube voice. Hi, Deborah. Well, happy Thanksgiving. We have a federal holiday on Monday here in the States as well. Indigenous people / Columbus Day. Okay, Nessa. Have a good night, sweetheart. Yeah, because you slow it down. And Bonnie, I am so impressed with you with being such a new beginner into Tunisian and tackling and pretty much an advanced pattern. And you did it with gusto. You had issues and you set it off. You didn't let it get to you, but you still completed it. And it looks phenomenal, darling. It really does. Oh my God, why did I say darling? It really looks phenomenal. And I'm really impressed at how well you picked it up. I really am. Hey, Adria. Yadira. What did I say? Whatever, however I said it. And I'm just, yeah, you just blew me out of the water. And you picking that up and doing that, me knowing how much of a real beginner you really are, showed me that the way I teach, anybody can do it. That just kept reaffirming me. Oh, okay, Tina. Have no idea. You're going back to, I'm guessing that's sleep so you can go to back to work in the morning? We don't need to hide that. Show Bonnie's message. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, you're going back to school. Okay. Good luck, sweetheart. I. What are you going back to school for? I'm off center. And like I said, my desk is a hot mess. I'm sorry. I have got yarn everywhere because I've been working half projects up to see if things look nice or not. Good night, Vicky. Yeah, well, it's that, and when a year ago when you go get groceries, you pay $100, and a year later you get the exact same groceries that you would for 100. You're paying almost 200. It's getting rough, and I told Panda, that's like, shoot, there's gonna be a time we're gonna have to, we could barely probably gonna be just able to afford ramen because of the way the prices keep going up. You know, your our grocery bill is gonna be $1,200 for 5 packs of ramen. Oh well, thank you, Sandra. I try to make y'all feel. I mean, you know how I am. I'm humble, and what you see is what you get. I don't put on any fake anything, and I'm just me. I mean, most of the time, all y'all are seeing is this anyway. So, yes, Lori, it really is. Oh, I'm about to have to film the next spot, which then it's a break because it's 25 rows of that next spot. And but the yarn I'm using, which is the hand dyed, and you can see it's actually that's coming up really darn good right here. Darn, that's true to life right there. It's oranges, but it's different shades of orange because that's what I wanted because it's a pumpkin, it's a jack-o'-lantern, right? They're not uniform, and this was dyed by Dee's Creative Hands, and it's cotton, Pima cotton. It's a DK, and I got 4 hanks of those, 220 yards. I think I'm probably going to use 2, and then I have the glow in the dark. Like this stuff charges real quick, but I gotta. They come in these packs of 5, and I've got like 20 of these. And then I have some in a light blue that I'm going to be using for a top for, not, why did I say top? A hoodie for Panda. It's going to be, and I'll be doing the pattern for it, but it's going to be based off Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I've got the light blue of these to do the arrows and glowy bits that he does. You Mississippi pot roast. I don't mind ramen every now and then. Like the top ramen, I don't mind it every now and then. I like to make it with the homemade way I normally would make it, but the Asian store that I would usually get the noodles from, well, they closed down, so I haven't made it in a long time because of that. I'd get their noodles, well, it's as homemade as I'm gonna get, and then I'd boil them, chicken, depending, it'd normally be chicken stock because we tried it with beef, we tried it with pork, but the chicken stock tasted better. And I'd slow cook or bake a nice pork loin and then just shave that into it and do some hard boiled eggs. Yeah. Okay, I'm about to film the next spot. So one more moment. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because it's flat, and then you'll sew the backs together, and the front, the middle of everything is where the jack-o'-lantern faces will be, and then you just, yeah, it'll make a nice cute bag, and it's gonna have a strap for a kid as well, you know, and then glow in the dark jack-o'-lantern. Let me get situated so I can do this next spot. So I'm gonna be all up in y'all's grill for a minute. Make sure it's 25 rows. Let me go where I drew it out. Yes, 25 rows. Wow, that's a lot of rows. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Boop. I pulled out. I nearly pulled it all out. So now that you have just the one loop left on your hook, now we're going to start. So now that you have just the one loop left on your hook, now we're going to start the next part of this pattern. For the next 25 rows, you'll be doing nothing but Tunisian simple stitches. And if you need to know how to do a Tunisian simple stitch or just need a refresher on a Tunisian simple stitch, I'll be putting a link for it right here for you. So let's go ahead and do 25 rows of the Tunisian simple stitch with a standard return pass. I will see you once we get these 25 rows completed. And cut. And I can close that down. And I can move you back over here because it's going to be a while till I get these 25 rows completed. Boom. There we go. Well, thank you. And there's some shirts, you know, just like with any eyes, that my eye, like red will make my eyes even bluer. And it's kind of weird. And oh, thank you, Bonnie. I've really missed you guys, and I knew I needed to start filming this, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go live and film while I'm live, because now let's just sit and wait while I'm working this up, because I got to work 25 rows of these. There's a pattern that I'm trying to work and figure out an easier way to do it. I spent the last 3 days working up some of it, and Bonnie, I don't know if you remember sending me that picture of that woven style blanket. Hey, Fuzzy Butt. Hello, everybody that just came in. I don't know if you remember sending me that picture about the blanket that was woven. That's what I've been trying to figure out. How to do that in Tunisian, just because of the nature of Tunisian. It's different than, you know, crochet. So just trying to make it easy still, but and figure out how I want it to lay, because if I was doing it in crochet, I totally get it. You know, it'd be a lot easier to do it in crochet, but trying to take that to Tunisian has been a little bit a learning curve, a little bit. Not, it's more of trying to figure out the layout of how to do certain things that, because I searched online and I could never find a Tunisian blanket like that. So I was like, well, I guess I'm going to be doing one. And so I've been working it up. I got one part of it done. I finished that late last night. And I can tell you right now, it looks it looks funny. Let me take my brace off and I'll show you. I'll show you the Halloween blanket too, because it's sitting right over here. And then of course Panda's Hexicardy. Hey, Antoinette. Oh goodness. So this is, it looks like a hot mess. This is me trying to figure out that woven blanket. So far, I think that's how it's going to have to be done. This is Panda's Hexacardy. And this, like I said, it's mainly all yarn, but I've been throwing some things here because I've been trying to get it done, is the actual Halloween blanket that I had to not do this year that I'll come out for next year. And then there's a huge box of cotton. So, oh, Sandra, thank you. Oh, goodness, girl. There was I was telling one of our friends back whenever I was doing homemade ramen that we're having ramen for dinner tonight, and she thought we were actually having like top ramen, and I'm like, no, I'm making homemade ramen. And so I had to send her a picture of it, and I was like, no, this is the homemade ramen. And she's like, oh, I thought y'all were having this. I was like, no. Now the other night, I mean, I do keep the actual top ramen just in case, you know, you get snackish. Like the other night, I actually got the craving for it, so I made some for me as a snack. Well, thank you, Sandra. Like, it's gonna come out next year. I can't sit here. I'm trying not to sit here at this filming angle because I can't stretch my leg out as much as I should or I need to film each one of those squares. So I'm going to be filming it over the course until probably, you know, the next few months and get it ready for next year. I'll upload it to members way ahead of time, let them have it. And then I have plans for next year as well for another blanket. And it's going to be using some purples and greens and whatnot. But I can't wait to get started on the Christmas stuff. I know she's probably going to be lurking and watching the replay. Jan Hill. I will be editing that pattern that I promised you last year, the Happy Holidays tapestry, that scrimshaw one. And I have it already edited. I just want to make sure it looks good for to have it say Merry Christmas for you. So I'll be getting that done here as well in the next few weeks, and I'll get it to you in the email. Since you requested it last year, and I've just been so busy and trying to deal with a bunch of stuff, so I do apologize. With barbecue, what? His dino nugget. Speaking of which, I was at the store today, right? I was grabbing a few things that I wanted, and anyway, I was in the frozen section because I was getting garlic bread, and they actually in little cups, like the top ramen cups that they have, where you put the microwave, whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. They have dino cups like that, full dino nuggets, and you just pop them all in the microwave, and they're done. And I'm like, okay, convenience, granted for kids, but I actually thought about getting a few for Panda. So I thought about actually getting a few for Panda because I know him and his nuggets. Like he comes home from work every day and he has nuggets with him. Nuggets and fries. I really should. Okay, Bonnie. But what I have been getting him lately is some of the experimental, well, I call it experimental candy because, you know, it's the Reese's where they put like the Oreo in it, and then there was what was the other Reese's that they came out with that you liked? Reese's and something else. The Reese's and Oreos, and I got you Reese's and something else, another one. The new ones. I don't remember. Right, Sandra? Like, I, I worked as a kid, Tina. As a kid, I worked at, or high school, or I worked at Pizza Hut, and you got pizza all day long, and you even got free pizza, and that burnt me out on pizza. Oh, I need to turn some of these lights off real quick because I'm just sitting here wasting electricity. There we go. It burnt me off of pizza. Yeah, yes, Karen. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, he's got a. All right, babe. I'll see you later, baby. Come in there and tickle your feet. Um. Yeah, it's the Chips Ahoy. Yes, he loved those too. I mean, well, you put chocolate. That man loves his chocolate. I'm not a chocolate person. I'm a peanut butter person. I love peanut butter. I get 2 jars, one for me to eat literally straight out of with a spoon, and one for. I'm gonna bring this down now. I can bring you down because that's a lot better. Now let's bring it back. It's too bright, too much in my face. There we go. There we are. Um, and if y'all see over here, all this there is cards, and there's some hidden by the cardigan. Cards everybody has sent me. I gotta keep them. That light is getting me in my face. I need to move it behind. There we go. I don't know if y'all could hear the racetrack. We about 2 miles from here we have a dirt racetrack where they race those little mini cars. The season will be ending soon. Medical billing and coding. Okay, awesome. Yeah, they're always hiring in that field, and you could do that from home. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, she does that, and she works from home. Yes, they are. I keep them. We yeah, yes, Sandra. I don't want. Yeah, like the first one I kept. Well, we kept the first one Taz because he was always photo bombing every live I did, and then when Cinnamon passed, we put hers up there with his. I've never really truly worked from home. Uh, like I'm fully disabled by the VA, and I there's no way I could work with this pain syndrome now. And so I would love to have worked from home. I know people think YouTube is work. To me, this is still my hobby. I'm just sharing it with thousands of people, thousands of friends. Yeah, yeah, kept them both, and oh my goodness, there we go. I just wish when he passed away, we were able to bring him home and bury him in the backyard. Cinnamon's buried in the backyard, but the day that that he was having all those strokes, we literally, while we were sitting there for the vet to open, it started dumping a mess ton of snow and the ground froze. There was just no way we could have brought him home to bury him in frozen ground with my legs and his back. So they contracted with a farmer, um, and each animal that goes out there, each dog gets their own spot. They're not mass grave out there, and unlike with the city, the pound, they all go in a mass grave. There they don't, which I really, really, really loved that aspect of it. And he loved running, so I would love to have had him here. It was just weather said no, but she's here in the backyard. I totally understand. You know, I do get SSDI, um, and I can make up to, well, I think they changed it. They changed it to like 1,200 a month now. And granted, YouTube, people think the crochet YouTubers make a lot of money. We don't. We really don't. Our ad revenue is poopsicles compared to all the other, a lot of the other niches. They We're like the bottom of the barrel when it comes to ad revenue. I mean, because it's kind of hard, you know, to target ads to us unless it's just yarn. You know, with tech, they have a lot of tech stuff they can target people with. It's hard for us, and I get it. I get it. But I really missed you guys. I know I've been in chats and stuff, but man, being in front of the camera, seeing you guys, talking with you guys, I have missed it. I wish I could do this on a more regular basis, you know, but being a tutorial channel, it never stops. And I ordered from Rusty because I got some hand-dyed yarn from a couple of dibs sales ago from Mama G. Somebody bought some for me, and they're sitting over here. I gotta hang them up, or not hang them up, but cake them up. And I think I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do with them. They will be the prototypes because they're rainbow. I'll show them. One sec. I should be able to. No, I'm not going to risk reaching it and pulling this out. There we go with the leg. Okay. These two together. Okay. Oh. Put my. Yeah, see, it's literally knee brace shape. It's oh my gosh. It has been helping. Like, I've had this for years, but Panda's been usually using it to targeting heat on his back, because, you know, it's a smaller area and you can strap it pretty darn good. And make sure I didn't turn it off. And I did. So when my knee started acting up, I was like, oh. Hey, Jason. So I'm trying to see which weight is which. This has got to, yeah, that's sock weight. So, oh my gosh, I forgot. Somebody bought these for Mama G gear for me. Actually Rusty, because they're cotton. And then I got these. These are 4-weight. Yeah, that's a nice 4-weight. And then these are sock weight. So I want to make I wanted to make something sockish with the sock weight. And then I'm thinking with these to make the prototype for a slipper that I have an idea for. First I need to sketch it out, make sure it works, and then make a slipper with the prototype with these. And then I want to get the little sticky things you can add to the bottom to where they grip, and I can do those. But what I ended up doing because we have our 25th anniversary coming up next month, and I mean, we've been married, July is our marriage anniversary, which, you know, we didn't get married until it became legal nationwide here in the States. And we just hit the 11th year together, married. But November is when we started actually dating and whatnot. November 19th of 2001. So we have our 24th anniversary coming up next month. And I ordered some 3 hanks of, I believe she said it was 300 and something yards of hand-dyed cotton from Rusty. So that should be here soon. think he's in bed by now. So I also ordered some bag of day yarn for him. So, like I can use wool to a point, and I can be around wool to a point. The fibers are what I'm allergic to. Oh, that's awesome, Jason. You and Andy, awesome. Like it's the fibers that I'm allergic to. I'm not allergic to lanolin. It's the fibers. They will literally close up my airway. So when I was working on Panda's hexacardy, I had to have a fan blowing to keep the fibers from me breathing them in. And I use, where did I put it? Oh, on my hands. It creates a barrier so the fibers don't get stuck in my hands. I use this stuff. Well, I use it a lot, but especially if I'm working with wool, I will coat my hands with this, let it dry, and then I can mess with wool with no issue on that aspect. But I have to have a fan blowing the fibers away from me. And it really is like, it's what keeps my hands nice and soft. I mean, especially since my hands are my business. You know, in essence, my hands are, yeah, what make it. Oh, well, thank you, Tina. You know, 30 years. Hey, you're together. That's all that matters, Sandra. You know, we just did it for the legal paperwork aspect of it because the way before the whole marriage thing worked or became legal, if we were to accumulate, let's say, the house, you know, and he goes before I do, and the family, his family wouldn't, but his family could step in and take everything away from me. But I know his family would not. But that's what, you know, many couples deal with. Plus, you know, inheritance, legal matters, medical matters. There was just a lot of reasons why we decided to get the paper. Yeah, exactly, Sandra. That's the only. It was just the legal reasons to get the paper. You know, otherwise we knew where each other slept. We knew who paid what bills. We knew everything about each other, and we're still in love. So, you know, we can tell when each other needs their space. Now I know he would rather sleep in bed with me than be sleeping alone. But with he works, I don't, and my knee causes me to toss and turn a lot, and I don't want to keep him awake. You know, I don't work. I can deal with being awake and then sleeping during the day. I could deal with that. Wake up, and then an hour later from waking up, I'm cooking his dinner. I mean, granted, I'm not able to eat, but still, he works. I don't. I don't need to be keeping him awake. I know, like Panda's mom, when she kind of for a while, she split, and she was looking for, when she was dating around, she was looking for somebody. She's like, I need somebody with Michael's qualities that does what Michael does for you. And she's like, there's no one out there like that. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you know. Oh, let me get my Christmas list, and I'll read what I'm going to be making in the next few weeks. Now, is it going to be all coming out at the same time? Probably not. I need to spread that stuff out. So Christmas, hexacardy done. I'm not going to be able to do the Halloween blanket. Doing the trick-or-treat bag. We're going to do pot holders, placemats, reusable gift bags, the keyhole scarf, a blanket, of course, stockings, the Christmas star, and I came up with a cool way I want to do coasters. And I have no idea where I laid. Oh, yeah. this is just what I worked up. It's Tunisian. It really is. Let me use the camera. See? Except for this. This is, yeah, this is actually Tunisian. No, it's not. So I want to do some Christmas style coasters as well. Like I said, easy kind of stuff that's or fast. Michael's got to quit saying easy. Fast stuff that can be done in a day or two. You know, the stocking is going to require, I think, 13. I think the math is 13 squares that are 5 inches. And I'll show it's in the round squares, and I'll be doing two. One with the knit stitch that hides the return pass, and then one without hiding the return pass. So you can see two styles and get that done. So I've got a lot coming out. I still got a lot to do. Yeah, I know, right, Jason? I want to thank you all. I'm going to go ahead and end so I can go give him his good night kisses, and I need to stretch my legs. Thank you all for being here. It's been a hot minute. I'm going to try to come on before the end of the month. Can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try. I will come on when I finish the holiday blanket. That's for darn sure. That I want to show y'all the full thing completed, because that blanket, that's my best by far. It's going to be my best by far. Ireland was a really good one. That's my top one right now, but I think this holiday one's going to top that. So, but thank you all for being here. I love you. I miss you all. You all have a great night. Have a great weekend. And remember to be safe and enjoy your holiday. And if you're off on Monday, enjoy it. You all have a great night, and I will see y'all later. And Amelia, you'll email me, please. Thank you. Bye.